Whenever you're ready, ma'am.
You play too much. Give me a second. Give me a second. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. You know what time it is? It's crunch time, y'all.
Weezy in the house, everybody. I'm sitting over here in timeout.
No time out. Stop. Yes. Well, welcome, Weezy. We care Baltimore and community conversations. Welcome to Crunch Time Podcast / Radio. We got a good show for you guys today. Something different, something that adds to what we've been doing for the past couple of weeks, like excellence.
Black
So,
excellence,
yes,
yes.
so absolutely. So before we get into the particulars of the show, of course, live on WOLBbaltimore.com. Again, that's WOLB is 410-481-1010. And again, that's 410-481-1010. You want to let's do it. Let's talk about it. Let's be about it. Also, this weekend is full of events. That and a few. And then we also got to also highlight our business of the week with a K. Crunch Time Podcast on Facebook as we speak. So check us out. Crunch Time Podcast with a K, y'all. Make sure you use all our social media platforms and IG at Crunch Time Podcast _radio, the number 1 on IG. So make sure you check us out. But we got the business of the week. Weezy.
Business chocolate cake on Cheryl is the bomb. She's selling that crack. On Cheryl, you can reach her at DelawareCookieStop.com. That's DelawareCookieStop.com. For all your needs, she does special events. She does special cake at CookieStop.com.
Yes. Also, she specializes in doing sugar-free desserts for all you diabetics out there that want a little sweet.
DelawareCookieStop.com.
Delaware Cookies. You don't miss anything. Again, you're listening to Crunch Time Podcast / radio host Weezy in the house. Tune in. We got ourselves. We are always the businesses of the week. Here on.
I'm Tally Biscuits in the house. You know, that's to tell your system loading of vitamins. AIDS. You give me a holler if you're looking for some hibiscus tea. We need to do better with our bodies, y'all, and get away from that sugar. Sugar is killing. This herbal tea has no sugar at all. So, and build your system. You can check me out at tallybiscuits.com. That's TALLYBISCUS. That's TALLYBISCUS.com. Or you can hit me at tallybiscuits Gmail.
All right. So I got a question for you. The tally.
I'm working on that. don't work. Well, hey, you got to start. You got to start. They be like, it ain't lowering my blood pressure, but you still
that they gotta
that
still continue to eat a good the balanced dinner
and
and breakfast
exercise. Yeah.
and exercise, and then in addition to the Tally Biscuits is there to help you out to maintain and to regulate. So make sure y'all check out Weezy. He has his own business, tallybiscuits.com, y'all, tallybiscuits.com. Support. Also, support me, Dr. KB. I have my own business called BM Human and Financial Services. BM Human and Financial Services is my baby. I do all things dealing with credit restoration. I do tax preparation. The list goes on and on. If you also do estate planning, and I'm also a PRP counselor, so that's why it's called BM Human, because I also do counseling as well. And I also give my services. I am your girl. I teach you how to. I want to educate you on how to maintain. Rather you use me or not, you got to be able to learn what you're about and learn financial literacy. So that's what I do. That's my niche. Dr. KB, BM Human.com. Check me out, bmhumanfinancial.com. Also, my number 443-281. That's 443-281-3839. Check your girl out. Support. We got you physically, and we got you financially. We got you mentally. We doing it. We making sure you whole. So it's no excuses. Right here on Crunch Time. We got y'all. Also, I have a resource for you guys as well. Guess what? BG&E's going up, y'all. $8. Everybody. Extra $8 on top of what you already pay. And I know people like $8 is not a lot. It's a lot for me. Because if you're paying $600, that 608 hurt. That's 6 times. So not saying I'm paying that much. But
They tax that $8.
Who taxes? Ain't no taxing. You gonna pay that $8. They fighting for it to be. They trying to give their resources out here that you guys can use. Community solar is an option, free to use to save money on your BG&E. Electric side only. So at the end of the day, that's where you're being taxed the most, is the electric side. So you need some assistance. You want 10, 15 free. There's no contracts. There's no hidden fees. There guys come knocking on your door and trying to sell you energy. This is nothing like that. This is something Maryland can take advantage of. So the website .com / go green and the number 2. So if you are entering number 443-281-3839, again, that's 443-281-3839. Again, if you call me and I haven't got back to you, I am working on it. I have a long list of numbers to get back to. So at the end of the day, get that to take advantage. What you think? We gotta keep it copacetic.
I'm excited about this guest we got in the building.
Of course, I'm excited too. We gotta come. We wanna go ahead and in the meantime, until they call, and we definitely want to introduce our guest that we have, because today we got a good topic. We talking about, it's always about Black excellence. We highlighting Black excellence. We building legacies, breaking down communities always. So that's what Black excellence is for us. And at the end of the day, we have, which is,
What's our topic?
you don't know. That's
I
why you
told you
in
I'm in
time out.
timeout. I
That's
told you I'm in
that's
timeout.
why you
I didn't lie to the people.
told the man I'm dealing with the pause.
Man, I tell you, I told you I got a lot going on. I can't
I
keep
said
up what I did 10 minutes ago.
I'm dealing with the pause. I need you to be my brain sometimes, because sometimes mine is just all over the place. But yeah, I did. You'll understand why this is the topic for the day. Once you understand who we have in the building, I want to introduce you guys to Raina Reynolds Small. He's a national board certified health, and he's also a entrepreneur. He has his own business called Glow, which is Golden Life Optional Wellness LLC. And he's also been a DJ for over 40 years. So he got the wellness, the fitness, and the music, and everything that he's does do. He's blessed. Time I what?
I have my intro too.
Got your
You know,
intro?
this
You gotta
my
read it like that though.
outstanding motivation. He's physically fit. You already said he had on the national board certified health and wellness coach.
Yeah.
He's a founder of Glow, which is Golden Life.
Got you.
He's been in banking and finances for over 20 years.
Sure.
The big truck and carnival, we already know. Any carnival.
Everybody don't know what that is.
Oh, sorry, Trinidad Carnival. I was getting to that.
Okay, okay.
You see what I gotta go through?
Listen.
The big truck and carnival, Baltimore, DC, wherever, New York, Tobago. That's where he's from. I always thought you was from
Tobago, yeah.
So that's his first person I met.
Yeah,
No,
you
Yankee
just
party.
taught me something. You just taught me something, because I thought Trinidad.
You see him party on the pad. And he has his own radio show. Small, a.k.a. DJ Smalley.
DJ Smalley in the
Golden
building.
Touch.
Yes, sir.
I had to get that in. I had to get that in.
Had to make it feel good.
Yeah. We can feel good. Moving out of the corner.
Yeah. Welcome to Crunch Time. Welcome. It's a finally have you in the studio.
I've been trying to get you for a while.
Has been now.
Your check is in the mail, brother.
All right.
Absolutely.
Yes.
It's a pleasure and an honor to be here today, man. Yes, he has been telling me about this show. It was my schedule. And it's line intervention. It happens when it's supposed to happen.
Absolutely.
It wasn't major, and today we're making it happen. So I'm really honored and grateful to be here today.
Awesome.
Yeah, I tried to get you months ago. You were like, well, man, my schedule right now, my schedule.
So we definitely appreciate you. About who you are. Who are you?
Well, I condemn what they do, who they are, with what they have, I'm a learning human and a learning human being. But in terms of origination, to put a little damper on what Wheezy said earlier on, my father is Trinidadian and my mom is Tobago. So
Okay.
for those who are not familiar, I'll quickly, it's a twin miles of water, but it is identified as one country. It's just two separate islands.
Gotcha.
And so I moved here back in the 90s. I've been a citizen of the United States longer than I've been alive. Well, as longer than I've been in Trinidad and Tobago. Let's put it that way. So more than half of my life I've been of this beautiful, beautiful country. I was in banking and finance and just continued on that trajectory. I absolutely believe that that is all that I wanted to do. That was what I was in love. Top financial companies here in the U.S. And then I transitioned to health and wellness due to my own story, going through and realizing stress and stressors and relationships and building relationships and keeping relationships. I became burnt out, overwhelmed, and my journey back to wellness is what initiated my interest in getting into health and wellness.
Okay.
When I really, when you're outside of it and you hear health and wellness, each person has their own idea of what it is. And once I was able to see what that process looked like from the health and wellness coach that I worked with, I was like, I want to do that. Because I've always in my DNA wanted to help people. I think the best, studies have shown that people are at their best when they know they've helped someone.
Yeah.
Some people want to tell everyone, some
Yeah.
people do, but you have most of your endorphins in one. So I always knew I wanted to do that. Got into health and wellness. Never at a really young age. And so as I went through this health and wellness, I've also always been physically fit. In the Caribbean, there's a whole lot of things to do, but sports is right up there with oxygen. And people will always ask me questions about fitness and how you get this and what do I eat. And I was like, I could turn this into part of my business.
Absolutely.
And so that's why fitness. And so I'm now, I have found a beautiful way to merge all three because they always have been together. It's,
Did you DJ first, or did you do the health and wellness first?
it's I was every opportunity that I wasn't in the books, curricula, sports and exercise, physical fitness is a major part of your day. So it's not that I had to go spend so much time doing those things. I wasn't doing that. I started with the turntable, and he will always have vinyl available. We call them gramophones, probably before both of your times. But it was a record
you're not that
player.
old.
It was it was a record player sitting in idea. The speakers were built in and everything like that. that, and everything else before the health, before the wellness, the fitness, all of that stuff.
Awesome.
So,
Awesome.
how old were you when you played for like? Because I know you opened artists that you opened up for.
98, 18 years old, man. I think it
Ooh.
was, back times they had this company that they mainly sold cars, but they got into the business,
Mhm.
and so they opened up a big recording studio, and so they had a bunch of artists on the, and I remember opening up for one of those artists. We're still friends today,
Mhm.
and I was 18. I was 18.
Get a call in. We got a call coming in.
Okay.
Doctor?
Hey,
Doctor?
hey.
Come on in the building. What's going on?
Okay. I just called in at our first curated event.
All right, all right. Dr. KB gonna hold it down for me. I'm vending out of state.
Yeah, of course, you know,
No.
right. But now the Eventbrite, that's just the way the Eventbrite kind of, you know, does its taxes. But it's at 401 North Howard Street. Maybe 5:30, and that's gonna give you something amazing, you know.
Okay. All right.
Hey, Najee, I got a question for you. What color
Yes,
is
sir.
what color is the jacket that you repping now? Because you got me when I first met you with the white one. I had to get one.
It's one of the newest drops. It's the black and white crocodile, and these jackets are different because I could put them on any male because it's part of a suit, but I can also put it on a female as a dress. So it's sort of like
So I'll see it tomorrow. Weezy don't miss out.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture.
I'm doing a whole lot of the video. For the people that's not there, they're still gonna be able to see a lot of footage, you know.
Okay.
Well,
Okay. Well, shout out to
appreciate it.
Carlos. Shout out to Lana. Thank you for
Yes.
calling in. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you.
Najee,
Yeah,
my
check out
man.
that event, y'all. I'm gonna be in the building. Behind the camera, he will be there with us, and Shannon That's what I call them. Anyway, back to what we was talking about. We got DJ Smalley in the building, y'all. I am your host, Dr. KB. I'm in the studio with.
The guy in the corner. I'm sitting in timeout.
Who are you?
Weezy.
Like you know, it's crunch time. So y'all listening to Crunch Time Radio slash podcast slash radio. Definitely that IG sign in, sign up. Get all of that good stuff that we do on social media. But at the end of the day, DJ Smalley in the building. His name is we don't. You want to? Yeah. So we got DJ Smalley in the building. But before we get cover there, I gotta get this one. This is who we.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to Crunch Time.
What's going on? What's going on? Who's this?
Who we talking to?
Heard.
How you doing, man?
Oh, that's right. I know that's right. What's going on, man?
So I wanted to invite everybody to one North Charles. It'll be at the Business Center. I have a workshop, so anyone that wants to learn how to videos, monetize social media, if you have a business, the formula. This is what how I built our platform. In Barry Royal Farms and got to where we got before all of this pain started.
Gotcha.
Those people that don't know Jerron, he got 1 million followers.
Yeah.
Oh, 2 million. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to disrespect.
He said over 1 million.
Yeah, I said over 1 million.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Thanks to Island Cuisine on Liberty Road. Mr. Also have Devin Campbell with all that's in Windsor. Too much, but it's a good time. I think we should all come out. You know, network.
And again, where is it going to be located?
At University of Baltimore Law School. 1401 North Charles Center. It's going to be from 10 a.m. Yeah, so they can get their tickets from Eventbrite. Search on Eventbrite is viral. Yep, the number 4, viral for a vision.
Got it. All right. Well, thank you for calling in. We thank you for sharing. Thank you for also being a change agent as well, man.
I appreciate you guys.
All right.
See you both tomorrow.
You'll see me. You won't see Weezy.
Yeah, I'm absent.
All right. Have a good one.
All right, Jerron.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that was on your page. What?
Mm-mm.
No, I saw that. I saw that somewhere.
Oh, okay. I might have sent it to you.
Okay.
Yeah. But like I said, back to the we got to learn more about you and what you do. In wellness and as it's like, you know, the brain systems involved in motion and emotion for stress, anxiety, mood,
Yeah.
pain, and quality of life. You have your wellness and your fitness, and then you got. Do you think music can actually heal us?
Medicine and all of the things that we have in place already. That music is able to be one of those additions. His hibiscus tea.
Yeah.
It's not the sole thing. It's one of those things that complements that are already in place. And music has shown, through the times, that it is one of the things that can accelerate stress relief, that can accelerate mood change. Have you ever personally been in a bad mood and you went and turned the radio on and a song comes on that connected you to childhood, that
Right.
connected you to someone that's really close to you, that put you in a state where you would find that your stress levels, you can physically feel your stress levels just decreasing just sometimes by one song. So I wouldn't say a cure, but I would say that it is a very important and integral part of curing those things that may happen in terms of, as you talked about, stress
Right.
and when you get into that space sometimes where you feel like there's nowhere else to turn, you can put on your favorite artist and really dive into sometimes even the lyrics, and you feel like that person is talking to me directly.
Yeah.
I've been to spaces where I've listened to a song and I said, "Well, how did they know that?" Like because the music is talking to you directly. So outside of the tones, outside of the the different vibrations that you can feel, sometimes even the lyrics are
Right.
so important in music. Yeah. So absolutely,
So it's like
absolutely.
music is like medication.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
healing to the soul.
Healing to the soul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we're
Absolutely.
talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Healing to the mind, body, and soul.
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's how gospel music kind of puts you in
I'm about to
this
say that.
zone
Yeah.
too.
Gospel
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
Gospel music is my thing.
Go
Like
to,
when
yeah.
when I'm in a mood and I'm not understanding what's going on, I feel some type of way. I throw on some gospel music, and like you said, it's like, dang, how did they
Yeah.
know?
How did they? Right. Right.
But that
Right.
was God.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
God
Absolutely.
talking to me. So
Yeah. Yeah.
As a culture, do we really understand? Do you think that we as a culture understand how important music is and how influential it is? Because sometimes, we got different types of music. We got the rap, we got the R&B, and some of the rap, our kids listen to have a lot of lyrics that really are like, outrageous. And do you think it's influential either way?
Absolutely. In terms of either way, right? I can't speak to the culture. And the reason I can't speak to the culture is that would encompass studies, and that would encompass, and when you're in the line of business, I would say from a business aspect, you always want to be mindful of there are studies, there are people who this is what they do every day, where you can ask that question and they can give you a percentage. But what I can tell you from personal experience, what I can tell you for being a DJ as long as I have been a DJ, what I can tell you for being in wellness and fitness as long as I have,
Right.
absolutely it makes a difference.
Yeah.
And what I see as a parent, I can speak from that angle also. What I see is that in some cases I've seen where parents minimize when we talk about the negative connotations and the negative impact, they minimize it, right? You put your kids in a room, you put headphones on them, and you give them your phone, and you're not sure what they're listening to. And I'm not saying all of the time,
Right.
but yes, when you think about conscious and subconscious and how we learn and how we activate and what's the next thing that we do, when you listen to certain lyrics over time, good or bad, it goes into what I refer to as your filing cabinet, and that's your subconscious system, right? And so what happens is that even though you may speak to, I might speak to Wheezy, and Wheezy's listening to rap and this type of maybe the rap that, your grandparents wouldn't listen to.
Right.
And he's listening to that all the time. And I say to him, brother, do you think that this music influences you in a negative way? Consciously, he'll say no. But let me walk up behind him as a stranger and pat him on the back or push him or something like that and look at his reaction. His reaction is coming from his subconscious and the effect that that music, since that's what we're talking about, may have had on him.
Right.
Because in the music that he was listening to, they may have said to him in a negative way, how do you react when someone pushes you? So even though consciously he said, no, I would never do it, in his
Subconscious.
filing cabinet,
Yeah.
he's already listening to this music for so long that his reflex is, boom, something that may end him up in deep trouble. And of course, on the reverse side, in your example with gospel music, it may say something in the music, if someone does something to you, take it to the Lord, or someone does something for the Christian, and those believers. Or something may say, the music may say, be at peace. Don't, and if you're listening to that long enough and someone does the same thing that they do to Wheezy, you'll have a totally different reaction because of the music.
Right.
Right? So that's how I believe that our culture, speaking from in terms of our culture as parents, speaking of our terms of our culture as DJs and being in that industry, we have a responsibility. And the culture of those things that I can speak on, yes, we don't really dive into the real effect, positive and negative, that music can have on you.
I got a question. I got a question about music. Do you feel like music has changed for the worse, especially in this genre as far as reggae? Because dancehall, to me, dancehall back in the day used to be fun, and
So that was my next question, because I was
Yeah.
going to ask him what kind of music
yeah.
does he play, so the audience can know what
Yeah,
kind of DJ
yeah.
you are. So what kind of music
So
you
yeah,
into?
so let me answer that first
yeah.
because this will be important. I
Yeah.
play everything, and
Okay.
when I say everything, I literally mean everything, right? And I mean on the spectrum of the audience, right? Because I wouldn't play music. I probably wouldn't play music for people who don't speak my language, and not because, right? So I'll give you a quick example. I was playing for a more Hispanic community. And in that session, I played something that was X-rated and didn't know because I don't speak Spanish, right? So in the realm of what I can control,
Yeah.
I play from one end of the spectrum to the next. And so that means I started back in the 80s with funk and disco and some R&B. R&B was kind of new, as we know, right?
Right.
But I played that music. That was where I played, and that was in the Caribbean. And then I moved into the reggae, our music in Trinidad and Tobago, and in that part of the Caribbean that plays it, which is soca music. And so I do those things. My favorite music is stuff that I don't play. I like listening to jazz and that kind of stuff, and some of the alternative music. And so that's where my spectrum is. I go on vibrations and I go big on lyrics as a DJ. Big
Right.
on lyrics.
Right.
There's certain things that come across my computer that get deleted before I even listen it because it may say raw version.
Right.
I'm not even going to see how raw is raw.
Right.
That's where I'm at
I got you.
in the space, right?
Yeah.
So to answer your question in terms of the music, I think it's all about access and marketing and finances. You still listen to gospel. You still love gospel. But if you were to line up your access to God and a person who's just coming in to listen to music, if you were to say, how can I access gospel music? How can I go to a website and get gospel music absolutely free, as opposed to getting, and this is nothing against that genre of music, but R-rated trap music, which one do you think you will get more access to quicker and easier, right?
Right.
It would probably be the latter because that's where the money is. That's where, so it's the same thing for dancehall music. I don't think that the music is per se getting worse. I think that what you're hearing there's an agenda behind it, right?
Gotcha.
There's a financial agenda behind it
Yeah.
because the what we call lovers rock, which is like
Right.
almost like slow jams in that reggae beat, that's still available.
Right.
I still get it every single day,
Right.
as much as I was getting it 10 years ago.
Right.
But it's all about I had to go find it and find someone who made it available. I can't click a link and it will automatically be in a drop down like I would see dancehall and the type of dancehall music he's talking about.
Right.
Because that's where the money is, right? You find more artists come through now that sing that type of music. So a producer, a person who is, making the music, who is doing all of this stuff, know that they can make more money because the listeners are there that want to hear more of that. But everything is still accessible. It's
Right.
just you have to do more work for it. And you have to have that intent on what you bring into your mind, your body, and your soul as it pertains to music.
Gotcha.
It feels like to me that it's more negativity is selling more.
Yeah, without
That's the
without
most popular right now.
without saying that, that's
I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It don't seem
Yeah.
like it. That's what it
Yeah.
is. That's
Yeah.
just how, and then you got social media and, you got more access to, people got more access to stuff now because of the World Wide Web is expanded into all of this social media platforms. So people got access to it and it generates money. Like you said,
Yeah.
it just generates. So they doing what the people want, what's more popular, I guess.
I ask a lot of my clients, I ask a lot, not a lot, but some of my clients who talk about those things and how, when I talk about how music can impact you, and I say to them, if you're scrolling through your phone, for example, and let's say you're on social media, and you see two people hugging, like two people walk to each other and they're hugging, how long would it take before you scroll past to see what that story is? As opposed to if you scroll and you see someone with a GUN holding it to someone else or someone punching someone else in the face, which one do you stay longer
Right,
on?
right.
Biologically and through chemistry, we as humans are wired to negativity. We get up in the morning and we're, oh my God, I'm late for work. Or, it's that's on the side of that. Or systems are set up in kind of protective mode. So we're always looking for the bad thing that happens. So we are attracted to that. And so because, when you think about music and you hear negative music, there's a whole lot of money that goes into the studies that had a person know that music sells better, right?
Right.
It's not just someone got up today and said, let me try doing negative. There's millions and millions of dollars behind that.
Yeah.
Because they know we're wired to do that. So if you want to be protective of your soul and your mind and your body and be well, music is a big part of what you want to allow into your system.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to put you on the spot. So if you had only 3 songs for the rest of your life that you can pick to listen to, what are you listening to?
One, I listened to something from an artist called Beres Hammond. And Beres Hammond is one of those artists that speaks on love and also right in the same vein speaks on spirituality, speaks on togetherness, So I would say almost anything Beres Hammond.
Hands
Okay.
down.
Right?
Yeah.
All right.
Gospel would be my go-to. And as funny as it may sound, one of my songs that are still near and dear to me is Amazing Grace. And as I got older and learning what I took away from how that song was created, that it was a murmur from slaves in the bottom of a ship, and the captain of the ship was the person who heard those tones from the African slaves and then turned it into Amazing Grace when he realized his error and what he was doing and he was changing his life in terms of slavery. That has even brought it nearer and dearer to me.
Okay.
And I love anything upbeat. So whether it's house music or soca music, there's a soca song that talks about celebrating life, by an artist called Voice. I would that would probably be, so it would be a soca track. It would be something gospel. It would be reggae. But I could quickly transition from a soca vibe to like a I Love You, which is like one of those new house tracks out. I can't remember but it's so huge right now.
Okay.
But that kind of vibe. I love house music.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
we
You
got
got
a call.
okay.
Let me take this call.
Welcome to Crunch Time. You on the air?
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Shirley Battle. I have a question for the DJ. And my question is that a lot of times when I go out to a place or a party or anything, they play a lot of line dances. It's not too much R&B, but everybody is interested or into the line dance. Everybody may not be able to do it like myself, but everybody is interested and even the young people are interested into the line dancing. And I think that, even with that, that kind of like helps a lot of people, to calm down. I think, I'm thinking that it might have came from the African culture because I've seen a lot of, movies and stuff like that. And I said, you know what, that's one of the dances that I think they put into some of the line dances. What do you think about the people that, interested? Because we don't play too much R&B
Yeah.
music. Everybody's looking for the line dance stuff.
Yeah, that's a great question and a great observation. In terms of the history of it, I'm not sure, but I can tell you this: I have learned that some of those original dances start in our community. And when I say our community, I mean as Africans, right? Whether it's African American, whether it's African traditional Africans, it started with us. And so if you were even to look back at origination, where you have those indigenous African dances, and then as these Africans will move to different parts of the world, they kind of tailored different things. Remember that even when we couldn't talk to each other, dances and movement have been ways of communicating. Even now, a guy may walk into an event and he sees a lady line dancing, and just maybe sometimes by the way she's moving her body, you will know whether or not that person is interested in you, right? So I agree with you that it is a really good way. Just imagine you're at home and you had a stressful day and you go to an event and
Your favorite line dance.
It's Electric comes on, or
Yes.
Wobble Wobble
Yeah,
comes
yeah, yeah.
on. So here's the thing about that is so beautiful. It's not just the sound, it's not just the lyrics, but I think most importantly, it's the community,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Even when you
Yes.
don't know the dance, you know that you can go out on that dance floor and nobody's gonna judge you. You're gonna have one or two people who think they're the best line dancer in the world, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she stepped on my toe again. But
Right.
in general, everybody wants to help. Everybody say, turn this way, no, turn that way, So it's community. So great question. I agree with you that, yeah, more, keep up the line dances.
Yep. All right. Thank
Thanks
you
for
for
calling.
calling in. Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Hi, Wizzy.
Hey, how you doing, Mama Battle? I got two things.
We gotta get to the
I
business. We got 10
I
minutes.
know. I
Yeah.
don't go. Okay, I got to give you a prop. So one party I went to, DJ Small, he ripped it and played that chubby checker. And I mean, everybody was dressed nice. And when I say people were like they threw down,
Yeah.
you would think you was back in the day.
Yeah. 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 I don't want to be part of the problem. I want to be part of the solution. So get people before they have to come to get all these critical medicines. So we got together. It's going to be DJ Tons. It's going to be April Watts. It's going to be stretch, yoga, dance, everything music, everything fun, and then of course wellness. And you can go right to Eventbrite, and it's the Glow Wellness Festival 26.eventbrite.com. Right now we have a great special happening, but it's from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. And if you're thinking fun, if you're thinking no judgment, if you're thinking family, if you're thinking, again, wellness, fitness, dance, music, you definitely want to be at the Reisterstown Regional Park.
And it's a free event?
It's actually a ticketed and non-free event.
Okay.
But right now we're doing two people for $50, and you get food when you come in, you get drink, and then you get all of these experiences. So once you come in, everything is absolutely free.
Okay, cool, awesome. So to segue into that, because Weezy jumped ahead of me, but it's okay. The man. That's the man.
I got to jump in.
That's the man with the plan over there, I tell you. But to speak about the business, we want to talk about your business Glow. Black excellence isn't just about just your business. It's about your purpose.
Yeah.
And so you've absolutely turned your passion into your purpose and your wellness and all of that stuff that you're doing now with Glow. So talk about your business with Glow.
So again, Golden Life Optimal Wellness. Gold and anything golden is my thing, as you can see from my DJ name, Golden Touch. And so as I went through that transition in terms of moving from corporate America into wellness, it didn't happen organically and right away. I got really sick. I started suffering with migraines, they call them cluster headaches.
Right.
Found out I was, level 1 sciatica, all of these things. But it was all, to me, it was all based on stress. And so I just went through that journey, and I said, I want to be in a stage in my life. I want to leave this earth, my physical being, knowing that I've left a legacy of helping people and helping with some of the things where people know the answer.
Yeah.
We all know we have to eat better. We know we should move. We should exercise. We know that some of the things that we ingest are not good for us. But sometimes you just need someone to sit with you and listen and help you come up with your own solutions, and then help you with the accountability piece around it. And so that's, as a health and wellness coach, that's what I do. I'm not coming and telling people you need to go to the gym for 6 weeks and you need to do this exercise and that.
Right.
What can you do? If it requires this, what can you commit to every single day or every single week that you can do? And once you come up with that plan, then I help you in terms of how does that look? And then how can I help you keep on track with that? So that's what, and then as I started going through with the wellness piece of it and the fitness piece, I said, what is one of the biggest motivations for me? Music. I get up in the morning and after I finish my morning rituals or morning things, I turn on some music. I drive to the gym with music. I work out with music. And I was like, how can I not separate those things but incorporate them and make them one? And that's what Glow is all about. It is really, my niche market is more or less the business and corporate individual who feels burned out, overwhelmed, and is looking to kind of repair their life and get to their optimal wellness through fitness, wellness, mindset work, and music. And so that's where I am in terms of who to approach. I think everybody can be a part of Glow, and we work together.
Yeah.
Because it encompasses all of those things that I think are important to us as human beings.
Absolutely. And I have, because we're getting close to that, I have a final question for you.
Yes.
So if somebody's watching this and they're struggling, and they're listening to this and they're struggling right now, mentally, physically, financially, or spiritually, and they feel like they're stuck, what would DJ Smalley tell them?
Find that one song that you know that you can put on right now that can speak to you. And that one emotion that you have that takes off, build on that, and then fix everything else. So let's say it's a song that tells you that let it go and let God, if you're a Christian, listen to that song, listen to the lyrics, vibe with the music, see yourself past what you're going through right now with that one song. And then as you feel like you're ready to get up and move on that, pick one of those things that you're going through. And that's what sometimes we have to do. We get so caught up with fixing everything at once. We out in all
Right.
these fires.
Right.
But if you're spreading yourself so thin and you're not able to really affect any of these one things, then it's burnout.
Right.
So you're never going to get to that space where you say, you know what, I fixed my finances, so now I can go do this. So I would say find that one song. Find that one song that speaks to you. And when you feel that revelation, it's going to all come to you. Let it go, let the song, and again, let the spirit move and let your mind move and your body move.
Thank you.
My
For
pleasure.
that. Thank you for that. Let people know where they can find you, how they can get in contact with you, learn more
Absolutely.
about Glow.
Absolutely. So my website is www.goldenlifeoptimalwellness.com. I'm on Instagram as Golden Life Optimal Wellness, Facebook as Golden Life Optimal Wellness, YouTube, on all social platform medias. And you can reach me. My email is Reynold, simply my first name, REYNOLD, at glowwell, with one W, glowwell.com. Reynold at glowwell.com.
Awesome. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Thank you. Y'all anything you want to say to you,
No, he
to the
got
man with the
something.
message?
He's a great speaker. I see how you speak at colleges and events and stuff like that.
Yeah. So we want to thank you for showing up here at
Thank
Crunch
you for
Time.
having me.
We appreciate you, DJ Smalley in the building, y'all. You know what it is. I got a Crunch Time message real quick. Protect your mind, move your body, feed your soul, and be intentional about what you allow into your spirit.
Amen.
You know what time it is, Weezy?
It's time to shine. It's time to grind because it's crunch time.
It's Crunch Time, baby. We out. Thank you
Enjoy
guys
your
for listening.
weekend, y'all.
Yeah.